Alright, my little math friends, we are moving on to Chapter 3, 3.1a. We are going to learn how to change a fraction into a decimal. Alright, and here's the things. You guys are going to like this today because fractions are like these evil little creatures that nobody likes. Alright, they're hard to deal with. You guys have had this happen since like elementary school. You try and add them, subtract them. They're just a mess. Nobody likes math when it comes to fraction. Alright, they're these evil little things that try and trip us up. But today, we are going to learn how to deal with these fractions. We're going to change them into decimals and expose them for the evil little creatures that they are. Alright, so you won't have to deal with fractions anymore. We're going to change this into a decimal. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Okay, a fraction as a decimal, we have 3/8 here. A fraction is actually a division problem. Okay, that is its big secret that fractions do not want you to know. They don't want you to know that they're actually a division problem, because then you will know their secret on how to make them easy to work with. Alright, a little secret there. So they're a division problem because the fraction bar means divided by. Alright, that's exactly what the fraction bar means. And it reads like this: 3 divided by 8. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take 3, divide that by 8. Let me show you how that's going to work out down here. Okay, let's take 3/8. Alright, and I'm going to take 3 divided by 8. And this is what I'm going to do. To help me remember, I'm going to spin this fraction around to the right. So the 3 is going to come right here, and the 8 is going to come over here. And if you turn this fraction, watch what happens here. If I turn it sideways, my 3 ends up right there. Here's my fraction bar, and here is my 8. Alright, and that's setting up a division problem for us, because watch this. If I put that line right there, now we are ready to divide. Okay, and we're going to expose this fraction. Now you might be looking at this and being like, Mr. Peterson, wait, 8 does not go into 3. What are you doing? Well, let me show you. You are correct, 8 does not go into 3, but let me show you what we do. Here comes the secret weapon for exposing the fraction. 8 does not go into 3, but see how I made this line a little bit longer here? That's because here comes the secret weapon. I'm going to put a 0 there. Boom! We just turned that 3 into 30, and now we can divide. And here's something else I'm going to do. Right where you put that 0, in between those two numbers, becomes your decimal point. Alright, right where you put that 0. Alright, now watch what happens. 8 into 30, that's going to go in there 3 times. Alright, 8 times 3, just doing some regular division here. 24, I'm going to take away 24. Alright, you're going to have to kind of remember your division steps. 30 minus 24, I'll show you a borrowing just on the first one. Okay, I'll be nice for you. Okay, 10 minus 4, you're going to get a remainder of 6. Alright, and here's the thing, when we're trying to turn this into a decimal, we don't want a remainder. Alright, we need to keep dividing until we have no remainder. And the way we keep dividing is we're going to blast this thing with another secret weapon. We're going to throw another 0 right here, and we're going to drop it down, and we're going to take 8 into 60. Alright, 8 into 60 is going to go in there 7 times. So then I'm going to go 8 times 7, 56. Take that away. That's going to get me 4. Alright, if you did your borrowing, you would get 4. Now, I'm still not done because I have a remainder, so I'm going to hit this with another blast there. Bring down the 0. 8 into 40. That's going to go in there 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Now I have a remainder of 0. Alright, now I am done. You just expose this fraction for what it is. It is actually a decimal. The decimal number is, let's see, we're going to put a 0 right there because it's going to read 0.375. Alright, that is what 3/8 is equal to. 0.375. Alright, that's our steps for getting a fraction into a decimal. Let's work out a few more just in case you need a few more examples. Then you can watch this. If you think you can move ahead on your own, then you can move ahead on your own. Alright, but I'll walk you through a few more examples here. Okay, let's start with 1/4. Again, we can turn this fraction on its side to set up our division problem. It is 1 divided by 4. So the 1 is going to go on the inside, and the 4 is going to go on the outside, and then we're just going to divide this. Okay, same thing like before. 4 does not go into 1. You are correct, so we're going to hit it with the secret weapon of 0 so that we can divide this. And our decimal point is going to sneak right up here in between the 1 and where we put the 0. 4 into 10 is going to go in there twice. 4 times 2 is going to get me 8. That's going to get a remainder of 2. Now I don't want a remainder, guys, so you're going to have to put another 0 up there. Drop that down. 4 goes into 20. That's going to be 5 times. Take away 20. Remainder is 0. Perfect. 1/4 into a decimal is 0.25. Alright, perfect. Let's check out a couple more. Over here we have 2/5. So I'm going to take 2 divided by 5, turn that fraction on its side. We're going to put 2 right there, our fraction bar, the 5. Alright, now you can start dividing this. 5 does not go into 2. Hit it with the secret weapon, the 0. Decimal point is going to go right there in between the two numbers. Now you have 5 into 20. That's going to be 4 times. Oh, this is going to be a nice short one for us. How about that? Alright, 5 times 4 is 20. So 2/5 as a fraction is 0.4. That one was easy. Alright. Let's take a look at a couple down here. Now I have some improper fractions because this time they're bigger on the top than they are on the bottom. But we can still change these to a decimal. That's going to be no problem. We're going to do the same steps. Turn this one on its side. It reads 10 divided by 4. So let's do that. We're going to take 10. There's our fraction bar. Divide that by 4. Now take a look what happened. 4 can actually go into 10. Okay, so let's start dividing that. That's going to be 2 times. 4 times 2 is 8. Take that away. I'm left with a remainder of 2. Now we don't want a remainder, so here comes our secret weapon part. Even on this type, we can add a 0 right there. Your decimal point is going to sneak right in between the two zeros, right where you added that 0. You're going to put your decimal point, drop that 0 down. We're going to have 4 goes into 20. That's going to be 5 times, excuse me, let me erase that. 5 times. 4 is going to go into 25 times. We'll get rid of that. Good thing you guys are watching me on this. Alright, there we go. 4 goes into 25 times. 4 times 5 is 20. Now we're back on track. Perfect. Got a remainder of 0. Awesome. So we're done. Once we hit the remainder of 0, we don't have to go anymore. 10 over 4 as a decimal comes out to 2.5. Alright, perfect. One more. Let's take a look at this example. We have 13 over 8. We're going to turn that thing around so we can divide that. It reads 13 divided by 8. So we're going to put, I'll go down here, give me a little bit more room. 13, fraction bar, 8. Alright, get your fraction bar, your division line out here so you can start dividing. 8 will go into 13, so we can start dividing. That's going to be 1 time. Take away 8. 13 minus 8 is going to give us 5. Now here's the deal. We got the remainder, so we need to get rid of that. So this is where we sneak in that secret weapon, the 0, so that we can keep dividing. Decimal point is going to go right there. Drop that down. Alright, now we have 8 in the 50. That's going to go in there 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48. We will take that away. 50 minus 48 is going to give us 2. Alright, so I still have a remainder. That means I need to drop down a 0. I'm going to put another one right here. Bring that 0 down. Alright, 8 in the 20. That's going to be twice. 8 times 2 is 16. So I'm going to take away 16. Man, I still have another remainder, which means I'm going to have to put another 0 up here. You got to keep hitting these numbers of this fraction that we're dividing with these zeros until you finally can get it to have no remainder. And I think this is going to do it, because 8 in the 40, that's going to go in there 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Finally, I got my remainder of 0. So 13 over 8, the decimal number for that is 1.625 when we change that into a decimal. Alright, nice job on those following along. I have a couple